Hello, welcome to the lecture on today. Today is May 7. This is our topic last time, triple integrals in Cartesian coordinates and cylindrical coordinates. So today we will review cylindrical coordinates and then go to spherical coordinates. So today we will have spherical coordinates and then we will review cylindrical coordinates here. So, okay. So for cylindrical coordinates, note that this is if this is your x, y, z plane, then our point here in xy plane can be represented as r theta. Then in cylindrical coordinates, you have another variable. It's the z. It's the same z as in the as xyz coordinates. So this point here is xyz. This point here this is in cylindrical. And the point has ordered pair x or ordered 3 for xyz in Cartesian. Of course, you must know how to convert. So for the conversion, your x, your y is as follows: r cosine theta, r sine theta, and then r squared is x squared plus y squared, and your tangent of theta is y over x. So this is our conversion. And of course, with this conversion, we have the following common surfaces equations in cylindrical. So here, for example, your theta equal to theta equal to alpha. This is a plane parallel to the xz plane. Okay, so for example, this is your x, y, and z axis. Then your xz plane is just this plane. If you have an angle, say this angle alpha, then at theta equal to alpha will have a plane which is somehow parallel. That means it's no, the right term is along, like it's they are shown as shown in the figure here. Somehow the notion of it's not parallel because it's intersecting, but along the in the same direction as the xz plane. All right. And then the other equation is r is equal to, say, what, a. R is equal to a is just a cylinder with radius a. A. So the drawing is you get a cylinder, and then this is of radius a. So this is your cylinder. Of course, it extends in both directions, upward and downward. So these are the common surfaces in cylindrical coordinates. Okay, let's now go back to what we have discussed last time. For cylindrical coordinates, we will use dv is r dz. dr d theta. And what else? Okay, let me do an example here of evaluation. Suppose we are given W. This W is in terms of x, y, and z. So here is x, z minus x squared minus y squared. And we are asked to get the triple integral of W dv over the region S, where your S is bounded by the first equation. It's just the xy plane, and then in the xy plane we get bounded by I will draw the region S. So this is your S. This is bounded by this uh this xy plane, and then on the xy plane we get the equation x squared plus y squared is equal to in here 3. So this is your floor, and also you get a bounded above by this. Bounded above by the surface z equal to 4, and below by the xy plane with equation z equal to 0. And on the xy plane, it's bounded by this circle, x squared plus y squared is equal to 3 squared. So in this case, this is your S. I describe your S here. So what we want is to get the integral of W dv, where S is given here. Okay. Now we will first set that up in cylindrical coordinates. So here W dv over S is set up as the triple integral, the iterated integral. W in terms of r theta z is just z, minus x squared plus y squared is r squared. Okay, because this can be written as z minus x squared plus y squared. So this part here is r squared. Just put the parentheses to prevent confusion. Okay, and then write your r d z dr d theta. Of course, your z will start from z equal to 0 and end with z equal to 4. Your r will start from 0 to 3 because here, this is starting from 0 up to this point here, which is r equal to 3. And your angle will run the entire circle, so it's just 0 to 2 pi. Okay? Any question here? All right. No question. Let's evaluate this integral as an example. Because last time I haven't given the example. So first, as I suggested, I prefer this writing of solution instead of writing 3 integrals over and over again. So I'll do the iteration integral by integral. So I will first do this integral here with respect to z, and then after that I will up to r, and then after that I will do this. So the inner integral first. So here 0 to 4 of z minus r squared r dz. So this is just 0 to 4. And then we get zr minus r raised to 3, and then dz. Okay, let's evaluate. So we treat r as constant. So we have z squared over 2 times r minus r cubed times z. And then we evaluate 0 to 4. This is z. We are evaluating on z. So here we get z 4 squared over 2 is 16 over 2, 8. And then r minus 4 r raised to 3. Okay. This is the answer for our inner integral. So now we will input this answer to the second inner integral, which is 0 to 3 of 8r minus 4 r raised to 3 with respect to r now. Okay, it's just, what is this? 8 squared over 2. So we get 4 r squared minus, so 4 r raised to 4 over 4. So r raised to 4. And then 0 and 3. So this is 4 times, what is this? 3 squared minus minus 3 raised to 4. So this is negative 45. And then for the outer integral, you get 0 to 2 pi of negative 45. Then you get here negative 45 theta, and then 0 to 2 pi. Okay. You get negative 45 times 2 is 90. So this is your integral over s of w dv is negative 90 pi. Hello, any questions so far? So this is an example of evaluation of triple integrals in cylindrical coordinates. First, we have to remember your dv here. So let me, oh, you're wrong, erase. It's supposed to be highlight. Okay, so this is the order that we usually use. And then don't forget the grouping because it might confuse you because, for example, here, you may just put the r at this side instead of distributing up to here. Question so far? Naririnig ba ako or wala na? Nawala na. Let me check the chat. Yeah, I think it's a separate question. One is set up, one is evaluate. Maybe there are two evaluation, but it's already given, and then the others are just set up. The same with my given exercise. What other question? Any question so far before we go to the next topic? Okay, so now we have cylindrical, not cylindrical, but spherical. So here we have spherical coordinates. Then you go back to our first section of the module. There's a conversion of spherical coordinates and some things. So here, let me quickly review them, or maybe if you have not look at that, then let's go over quickly. So here we get our x, y, z. And then we get a point P with ordered triple x, y, z in Cartesian coordinates. Then in spherical coordinates, our point here will be, this is in Cartesian. Here we will have spherical. Spherical coordinates will be rho, your theta, and your phi. So your rho is the distance or the radial distance. Let me draw that. So here, this is your distance rho. This is distance from the origin. O here is the origin. And your angle, if you project this downward, its image is down here. And then we get somehow this image, projection of P in the XY plane. You get this angle, theta. This theta is from your polar coordinates. And then the last one, let me change the color to, this phi here is the angle from the positive z-axis. Okay? Or this is called the zenith angle from your module. So it's the angle from zenith, or whatever term, it's not very important. It's just term. So this is the angle from a positive z-axis, as I have shown here. All right. So this is the rho theta phi. Okay. Okay. Now, let us show you the following conversion. So here, your rho is x squared plus y squared plus z squared, and then you get the square root. So rho squared is that, and of course the rho will be just the positive square root of your this, and your tangent theta is equal to y over x. Of course, your x should not be equal to 0 here. And your this phi is equal to r cosine z over rho. And then your other conversion here is x. Note that there's an error in your module. This is rho, sine phi, and cosine phi. This is cos theta sine theta. Let me show you how we arrive to these identities. Okay, this is how it's done. So in spherical coordinates, you get here, this is your z-axis, and then you look at this one. This is, for example, here is our r in the polar, and then with respect to the positive z-axis, you get here rho, and this is your point, and this is your rho, and of course this is your z here. This is the z-axis. This, you can think of this as your r-axis, and this is your distance r, and this is your phi, zenith angle. Now, what is the relationship between rho, z, and your r? This is given by your Pythagorean identities, or the trigonometric functions. Z here is equal to rho cosine phi, and your r is equal to rho sine of phi. And now x and y is just r cosine theta and r sine theta. Of course, this will be using this identity. We have rho sine phi here, rho sine phi here, and then multiply with cosine here, sine. That's how these angles are derived. It's just given in the module, but here I show you how we arrive to this. Okay. All right. So some examples. Here the point 1, -1 to 2, you can convert it to 3 arctan of -2 plus pi, and then arccos of 2/3 in spherical coordinates, because here rho is equal to square root of -1 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 squared. So this is just 3. And then your theta is this is your x, y, your z. So your r here is square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared. Okay, let me repeat. The polar angle of -1, 2 is arctan of y over x. So negative 2 over -1, so -2. But this is in positive yung isa, negative yung isa. This is in quadrant 2. So you just add pi, since in quadrant 2. And then lastly, we get the following formula. This is r cos z over rho. So r cosine z is 2 and rho is 3. So that's why you get here your conversion. Of course, remember the triangles. For example, what is 90 degrees? So remember basic conversions, like in degrees to radians. Example, if pi is 180 degrees, pi over 2. What else? Pi over 3 is 60. This is 90. Pi over, what else? Pi over 6 is 30. It may help you. So just remember them. And then I will leave to you the other examples here. For example, you convert the spherical to to Cartesian and something like that. Okay. Okay. More examples. Here, there are some equations in polar coordinates, and I mean in Cartesian coordinates that are easily expressible in spherical coordinates. So, for example, this equation x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to what number? Sige, 3 squared. This is in Cartesian. In polar, it's just rho squared is equal to 3 squared. So this is just rho is equal to 3. So this is a sphere. And then this is the sphere centered at the origin in spherical coordinates. Okay, so it's easier here. The other one is the following. You have z is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So if you look at the graph of this in our xy plane, suppose this is your x, this is your y, your z. This graph is a cone. The angle here is pi over 4. Angle from the y-axis to this cone here. Let me put the shading. Oh, eraser shade. So this is your cone. So that's your cone, and draw some. So this is a cone. And what else? So how do we convert this to spherical? In spherical, we know that if you get z squared here, you get, okay, let's start from the beginning. Z is equal to this. And then you square both sides. This is x squared plus y squared. And then we know that this is just r. And this is z squared. This is just r squared. So, okay. This means that here your z in terms of here in this equation, in this conversion, your z is this, and then your r is this from here. Okay? So this is your conversion. That's why I'm suggesting that you in case it's covered in the exam, you list the formulas. So here we have z equal to r, and z is rho. What is z? From this equation here, it's cosine. So here you put cosine phi, and then r is rho sine phi, and then you just cancel here, and then what you get is 1 is equal to sine phi over cosine phi. So this is equal to tangent of phi. That means your phi here is arctangent of 1, which is pi over 4. So here we conclude that phi equal to pi over 4, it's a cone in spherical coordinates. Okay? So this is a cone in spherical coordinates. This equation. This equation is a sphere. This one is a cone in spherical coordinates. So this is the graph of the cone. And of course, the graph of the sphere is very familiar. So this is just this. And then you get a sphere centered at the origin. All right. Now let's go to integral. I will not anymore show you how to derive the dv for spherical coordinates. I think it's long, and of course it boils down to the same derivation that I have. So now we are done with functions and conversion. What about your triple integrals in spherical coordinate? The question here is what's the, so admit, nawawala yung iba eh. Your dv should be, of course, it should have rho, it should have theta, and it should have phi. But there is a scaling factor here as what we have in cylindrical coordinates. In cylindrical coordinates, it's just r dz dr d theta. Here, it's a little bit more complicated. As in spherical coordinates, what we did is, for example, here is our x, y here, z, and this is x pala. This is x, this is z. And in spherical coordinates, we will take a portion of the sphere, and then, of course, it goes down here and something like this. And it looks like a box. And what we will do is to make this small, and we get a box. And then this one and this one and this one, you just have to multiply the length, the width, and I mean this, and this. And then you get the dv, which I will not do. And then if you're interested, you can look at that in your module. Here I will just simply put, in the module, it's already given very straightforward. It's not derived. But if you want a discussion on that, you can check the other videos from YouTube, or you can consult me, of course. Your dv, we will fix our dv here as rho squared, and then you get sine phi. So this is the factor that you add, and then your d rho, d theta, dv. Sometimes you interchange this and this, but be careful with also interchanging the bounds in the inner and the innermost, outer, and then the second layer. But in case it's not, it's the default we will use is from now on here. But of course, you can interchange that depending on your preference. But what we will use most of the time is this. Okay, this dv. Question so far? All right. Now let's look at some example on here. So, example. We already know the equation of the sphere and the equation of the cone. So here we will integrate your w dv, where your over s, where w is given by x squared plus y squared plus z squared. This is in Cartesian. And it's bounded above. Your s is bounded above by sphere. The portion of the sphere, x squared plus y squared plus z squared is equal to 3 squared, or 9. And it's bounded below by the cone. below by the cone z is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So last time, we already know, so if you are going to draw the surface, this is the surface, and then there's a cone, and then there's this portion of the sphere, z squared is equal to, okay, let me write, z squared plus x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So this is the sphere, the portion of the sphere, and then this cone here is z is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So we will convert this into polar. So this means that this is bounded above by the sphere rho equal to 3. So this is the polar conversion of this. And here, this is phi equal to pi over 4. Where did we get these two? We get these two here from the derivation that I presented earlier. Okay? Now, of course, we know that, all right, let me check. The theta, because we get the entire revolution here, so this is the shadow, your theta will run from 0 to 2 pi, the entire thing. And then your phi will run from pi over 4 and then 0. So this is your z-axis. Okay, let me put a remark on phi here. So your phi here I will put some remarks for first. Okay. So we will fix our phi to be between 0 and pi, because in this drawing, where is our drawing? In this drawing here, if you have up to here, it's just the maximum, so negative pi. But if it's going more than pi, you can take the measure from this side so that it's less than pi. So that's why we will just fix our phi from 0 to pi. Okay, so here we will fix our phi from 0 to pi. Okay, and of course, your rho should be positive, but in case it's not positive, it goes to the opposite direction. All right, so let's go back to our example. And then what else? Then your rho also will run from 0, the origin, I mean the point, and then we end with rho equal to 3. Thus, the triple integral over S of W dV. What is our W? W is given by this, and then this, the conversion is just, okay, let me add some spacing. W is rho squared, and then we put the dV, so rho squared sine phi d rho d theta d phi. And then for rho, we get 0 to 3, and then here we get 0 to 2 pi, and then 0 to pi over 4. Okay, now let's try to evaluate this one. Okay, let's evaluate. Are we going to evaluate? Yeah. So here we get the innermost. This is 0 to 3 of rho raised to 4 sine this, and then d rho. So this is just rho raised to 5 over 5 sine phi, and then we will have rho from 0 to 3. So we get 3 raised to 5 is 243. Okay, hindi ko alam ng ganun kabilis yun, but in case you are in the exam, you just put 3 raised to 5. It's okay with 3 raised to 5 is 243 sine of phi kasi ito naman ay fixed. Now, for the second level, we get the integral from 0 to 2 pi of this 43 over 5 sine of this d theta. And then this is just with respect to theta, so this is also fixed. So this is 243 theta sine phi over 5, and then your theta will run from 0 to 2 pi. Of course, this is just twice of this. So twice of this is 486 over 5, and then sine phi. This is your answer for the second level. And then the outermost will be from 0 to pi over 4 of 486 over 5 sine of this. Okay. However, I have pi here. I have pi here. Okay. Now, with respect to phi now. So this is just 486 over 5 pi. And then integral of sine is negative cosine. So just put negative cosine of this. And then 0 to pi over 4. So here we get negative 486 over 5 pi. And then cosine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2. And then minus 1. Of course, if you put the negative 1 inside, you get 486 over 5 pi and then 1 minus square root of 2 over 2. So this is the answer in your module. So now the integral over the solid S of W dV is just this answer here. Let me rewrite. 486 over 5 pi 1 minus square root of 2 over 2. So this is this answer. Hello, any question? So let me pause a little bit and then so you can inspect what I'm writing. So it's like in class, it's just everything is handwritten. So you can follow while I write equations. Any questions? Naririnig ba? Okay. Question? No question. So let's go to the next example. So we know that the volume of the sphere is 4/3 of pi a raised to 3, where a is the radius. So here we will show the volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi a cube. So, all right. So the volume is just equal to the triple integral of 1 dV of our sphere S. Here, S is a sphere of radius A. So this, let's draw the sphere of radius A. So it's like this, and then this is rho equal to A. So the triple integral, the volume, this V volume of sphere, which is given by this, is just this triple integral. So your A is running from 0, your rho is from 0 to A, and this is 0 to pi. And then 0 to 2 pi, wait. 0 to pi yung last, and 0 to 2 pi yung this one for theta, this one for phi. Okay. So this is your volume of the sphere. Now let's show that this is indeed 4/3 pi a cubed. So for the inner integral, this is 0 to a of rho squared sine of this d rho. So you get rho raised to 3/3 sine of this. And then we evaluate 0 up to a. So this is just a raised to 3/3 sine of phi. Now for the second level, inner 2, you have the integral 0 to 2 pi of a raised to 3/3 sine of phi d theta. So we get a raised to 3/3 theta sine phi. We have 0 to 2 pi. So we get here 2 pi over 3 and then sine of phi. And lastly, for the outer one, we get 0 to pi of 2 pi over 3 sine d phi. So this is just 2 pi over 3 and then negative cosine of phi, and they will be 0 to pi. So we have negative 2/3 pi, and then here we get cosine of pi is negative 1, and then minus cosine of 0 is 1. So what we have here is negative 2 times negative 2 times pi over 3. What we get is 4/3 pi. Of course, I forgot the a raised to 3 here. This is the volume of our sphere of radius a. Okay, I forgot the a here. So this is the first level, and then this is the first, this is the second integral, and then the third integral will give us the final answer. Any questions so far? I hope I can see you on Friday face to face so I can inspect, I mean, I can see your reaction. You have questions or something. So I will end here the recording. But yeah, let's continue with the discussion. So I'll stop the recording now.